Hello, Lunar Ticks Collective. This is your Lunar Pull for post-Pisces full moon energy. Your Lunar Pull for September 15th, 2019. And we just had the full moon in Pisces. I think we're still under that energy, certainly still under the influence of that energy, right? Currently, as it is the 14th as I'm recording. And we've got the moon card showing with the 5 of air. So we'll see if those energies resurface for us, already giving us a feeling of an acknowledgement that this is the post-Pisces full moon reading for the collective, for any and all signs. Now, of course, time being fluid as it is, the timing will work out slightly different for each member of the Lunar Ticks Collective that resonates. I think that's a little bit better. And the 5 of air there also giving us the feeling that you have some battles going on at this time, some mental or verbal battles. We're dealing with some mental battles in general as a collective, probably about regarding decisions about things, but maybe with warring energies outside of us, exterior to us, people around us that we're actually having verbal battles with, and that's the mental battle, mind games going on. But for most of the collective, I feel like it's us playing them with ourselves. But there are also some people, critics, just arguments happening at the same time. And with the moon card, it's almost as if to say all is not what it seems in those mind games, in those mental battles. So some of you may not realize that you're playing a mind game with yourself, or that someone else is playing one with you. But to lighten things up, on the opposing end, the Sun card comes out as well. Leo energy at the center of your reading. Sun energy. The Sun is still in Virgo. So we are still in that mutable earth energy as a collective as well. Though we just have... we have just had, or maybe still have for some of us, the full moon in Pisces energy, the mutable water energy as well. Let's get a few more cards out. But this, in general, the Sun card usually talks about happiness, authenticity, clarity, feeling free, a sense of freedom. Being truly, genuinely happy. Living authentically. Maybe it sometimes when we're in that state, we do endure jealousy from others at times. There is that 2 of Swords that I saw when shuffling and meditating with the deck before recording, and with the Magician in reverse as well, definitely talking about impotence to me, talking about an inability to act, an inability to make a decision, and an inability to act. So we'll, again, those are 2, we'll see if they resurface. But we've got the Sun card and the Knight of Earth now crossing that here in the center of the reading. Leo and Virgo energy. This can also be Capricorn or Taurus energy here at the center of the reading. This might still be a little bit too loud. Actually, I hate to pause this before I've even gotten the entire reading out, but this, I'm not really jiving with this mix I'm listening to, so I'm going to pause us here with the Ace of Earth on the bottom of the deck, and we'll get right back to it. Okay, so I also see this combination that's going to be at the center of this Lunar Pull for September 12th as true greatness and a particular accomplishment being realized through slow, steady pursuit of a goal. Determined, stubborn pursuit of a goal. Perhaps a lengthy journey in that slow, steady, stubborn, determined pursuit of a goal, and one that pays attention to detail. Again, these are, Taurian, Virgo, and Capricorn qualities, willing to work a long time to get to this true happiness, this accomplishment, this greatness, and really the freedom to live truly, authentically that comes along with that. This is the Game of Thrones Tarot, if you had not noticed, that we are using for our abbreviated Celtic Cross today. If you are interested in this deck or any of the decks that I use in Lunar Ticks Tarot readings, you can just scroll down to the description box below to check out information about those, about all of them. We're just going to pull a few more cards. They don't feel ready for me to cut yet. So I'm just going to shuffle and continue to connect. There's that Two of Swords resurfacing. This is in the recent past. There has been this decision. That's actually the card that came through for the collective in the full moon session that I did. I did one full moon recording for all 12 of the signs. So I pulled a card for the collective first and then went through each of the signs. That's up as well. Check that out if you would like a full moon reading for us specifically. But this will be talking, like I said, this is the post full moon energy, so it's going to be talking about the same situations for a lot of you, the same energy certainly. And here's that Two of Swords in the recent past. We then have the High Priestess in the near future, another potentially Taurus card, a potentially Piscean card as well. So again, still influenced by not only Virgo season, which we see at the center of the reading, but also Pisces energy moving forward. And we have the Eight of Coins, the Eight of Earth, showing up as a piece of advice. It is showing up reversed though. Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles reversed. Possibly being advised to notice when and where you are not receiving enough in return for your effort, your time, your work, seeing enough rewards, where you just aren't being paid enough. Probably specifically money, resources, but maybe attention for some of you. The King of Cups is now on the bottom of the deck, and the Five of Cups, the Five of Chalices, is here in the more distant future for us. Or notice who you are not paying enough time, attention, or possibly money and resources to in terms of your employees, or just those who deserve your energy, your time, your attention, or your money, your finances. Who is working hard for you that isn't earning enough, that deserves more. That may be the attention to detail that we see. You paying attention to someone's finances here, someone's resources, or again, we can be talking about time and energy when we're talking about your earthly physical resources, right? If you're running your own business or in a position of management, of Tower. Oh God. My boyfriend's lizard is destroying his room, so we're going to pause. Okay, so some of you, this is Dude. Dude. He's very happy. He's very lovey. Some of you are definitely dealing with an employee or someone you're working with or someone who's working for you who may be doing something illegal, maybe taking too much for the work that they're putting in. It would possibly be somebody that you've had a recent decision about. You were of two minds about hiring this person or working with this person. And I think it's especially necessary for you to pay particular attention to people that you are very loyal to, or to take note of the fact that pay attention to detail at this time with anyone you're working with or who's working for you, because you're doing very well, and you're also pictured here as a loyal individual, or as dealing with someone who is usually very loyal to you. So again, if this is somebody that you were of two minds about working with or letting work for you, perhaps, I see your loyalty, the potential for someone to be very jealous of you at a time when you're doing good, the potential for doing very well, living free and happy, and the potential for illegal activity or just an imbalance in what someone's earning for what the work they're putting in. And this need to pay attention to detail, dealing with secrets here in the near future, again, very likely related to something that you were already of two minds about, and then ultimately in the more distant future, a loss here. So what we want to do is prevent that being a loss for you, obviously, and it's an emotional loss. So I really think this is true for people we're talking about dealing with people that are normally loyal to you, or who you assume are loyal to you, who you assume are as loyal as you are. And you may heed this message, and this priestess can be showing up in the near future as you listening to and relying on your intuition and very deeply, more so than you ever have, perhaps more often than you ever have, perhaps. I can feel that being true for a lot of you, learning to live through your intuition in a way that some people do throughout most of their lives, do from the time that they are young and moving forward, really walk with that as their third leg, just really rely on it and listen to it all the time. And you're going to learn to do that. Like this situation is testing you, but you're going to learn to do that back to back, minute to minute, all day long and day after day, and just see what a major part of you it can be, and how you can live with that guiding you constantly. And that's what you need to do in order to suss this situation out. Hopefully edit this distant outcome. Hopefully there's a loss here for a lot of you that can be avoided. And sometimes they can't be. Sometimes that will be part of the lesson as well. But if we can, we'd like to avoid that, right? So it may be some of you heeding this advice in that respect. It could also be you heeding the advice, not only in just listening to your intuition and learning how to do that more often, but also in maybe keeping something close to the chest, keeping some secrets in order to see who you can trust, right? Or keeping some secrets because you are acknowledging that you're not sure who you can. Again, just to review, I think it's someone that you were of two minds about, someone that there are like loyalty issues with, because probably because you believe in the loyalty between the two of you, or again, that they practice loyalty in the same way that you do. Could be somebody that might be jealous of you. And I think it's an emotional loss because of that loyalty we were talking about. Maybe a friend, maybe someone close to you, just someone you trusted, or at least trusted and expected to do the job that you're paying them to do, that you asked them to do, that they said that they would do. And it can be that jealousy that's motivating them to take more than they should from you, to take more in their share, in their part, in their pay. Or just they may have some need. This may be ongoing criminal activity even for some. Now, it's going to be on a spectrum. Of course, that's not going to be the exact details for everyone that resonates. But that's just coming through really clearly, really strong. And and see, I don't see a monetary loss in the outcome of the situation, right? So there's the potential for this priestess to be just you dealing in and with secrets because they continue to keep secrets from you in the near future, or for you to really start listening to your intuition and hear this message on your own, or receive it this way and heed it. And for this to be, again, representative of you relying on your intuition and keeping your own secrets because you don't know who you can trust. And so I don't see ultimately a financial loss here. I see an emotional one. So, realizing that you couldn't count on somebody, couldn't trust someone the way you thought that you could, can't depend on them the way that really that you can be depended on. So there are other ways we could have expanded on this card combination here, but we are going to keep it rather short since it's our daily lunar pull, and that is the one that really just came through the loudest, the strongest. It may be a mature masculine Cancer, mature masculine Pisces or Scorpio, or a sort of maternal figure who is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio even, since that Empress is below there as well. This is truly a time for you to exercise your diplomacy to the best of your ability, really showcase what emotional intelligence looks like. This person, if they can't be depended on at all, if they are being dishonest with you about your mutual business or financial resources and mutual dealings, then they probably need that example, to be honest. The Three of Earth is below that Empress as well, so also sort of saying to us, you may want to exercise the utmost diplomacy and show your highest emotional intelligence, your highest level in this situation, because what you may be in is a necessary collaboration. And so you want to be very precise and careful about how you back out of this, these dealings, employing this person or doing business with this person, working with them, if that's the case. Because it may be a necessary collaboration currently. For some of you, this may have to do with work that you love to do, possibly a healer's work, an artist's work, something creative, something that you're very emotionally invested in, that utilizes your emotions. Maybe something that you created yourself, maybe your own business, and for others, it's so maybe that's why, right? Too many thoughts at once, but maybe that's why, right? You need to be careful about for some of you, that's the case, about how you back out of this partnership, because it could just be that. It could be a partnership that sort of is the foundation of and holds up a business that you've invested in, that you've created, right? And so it just needs to be handled very delicately. And I think it's with a heavy heart that you keep your secrets and you do your investigations, and you maybe lose an emotional connection or some type of emotional support, and really bear that loss at a time when otherwise things look great for you. Yeah, it's someone you thought you could depend on that you can't. Someone that you expect to reflect your own loyalty and dependability, and they're not right now, and they have their reasons. It may have to do with their artistry. Perhaps they're somehow taking extra finances, extra resources for themselves, because they are trying to spend a certain amount of time working on some sort of artistic pursuit, or a healer's type of work themselves. And so they feel like they need extra, because they need to be putting time towards something that doesn't make them any money yet, right? It's just a hope, a wish of theirs. There's no excuse for it. There's no justification for it. It's coming through as an energy that's immature and needs to learn. But at the same time, that just may give you some insight as to who the message is referring to, talking to for you. So thank you so much, as always, for all of your support to Lunar Ticks Tarot, and all of the ways that you do support the channel. Thank you. And if you are interested in ordering a personal reading from me, all of the information you would need is down below in the description. There are links as well. My name is Aries. The email address is lunartickstarot@gmail.com. And I do hope that the needed insight in this general reading was able to reach those that the message was for, and that you will check out the Lunar Pull again on a different day if this message did not resonate with you. I'm getting ready to record the 16th right now, so I should be right back with the next. And otherwise, make very wise choices for yourselves as you move forward, and I will post another Lunar Pull for us as soon as I can.